if you get players like all these players like this in your team, just consider that your team, the downfall of your team starting from these players. Could you imagine now? Savio has played 17 games since joining Manchester City, and he has failed to find the back of the net. He has failed to score goal. The only goal Savio has scored for Manchester City since joining Man City was a penalty. He scored against Manchester United in the Community Shield final. Since then, he has failed to score goal for Man City, and he was doing well in Girona before Manchester City signed him. So if you have all these kind of players, even Jeremy Doku, let me just say, the players that Manchester City have signed for the past 2 years these players bring the downfall of Man City. They bring the kind of football Manchester City was playing. Some of these players limit the standard. Apart from Erling Haaland, who other players that Manchester City have signed and they played very well? Look at Matheus Nunes. He doesn't even know how to dribble. He don't know how to score. I don't just know the kind of player he is. Ever since Matheus Nunes joined Manchester City since 2023, he has not been able to record up to 7 goals in Man City. All the same thing as Jeremy Doku. Matheus Nunes have not scored up to 7 goals. Jeremy Doku, the same thing. Just look at these players. I know that Doku, when he entered game in the second half, he made some changes, but that doesn't change the fact that he scored goals. Doku hardly find the back of the net, and he knows how to dribble, but to score is the problem. Look at all these players. Jack Grealish, throughout last season, I think he did not even score up to 4 goals. Jack Grealish, 100 million signing. So if you have all these players that are they are not even up to average standard. These players that Manchester City have now, they are not even up to average standard. So how can you score goals with these players? How can you dominate? How can you play well with these players? Look at the kind of players Manchester City have now. Gundogan joined the team this season now. Nothing. He has managed to score just 1 goal. What kind of players is this? When you have all these players, I just know that the downfall of your team is beginning from these players. How can you have it at all these players I'm named? None of them is a defending midfielder. None of them is a defender. Even Guardiola signed for Leipzig 2023. He's a defender. Guardiola has more goals than Doku, more goals than Gundogan since joining, more goals than Savio. What kind of rubbish is this? What kind of players is this? Man, Manchester City players, they need to go and work on themselves. They will need to go and work on themselves. The kind of players we have now, these are not players a team like Manchester City need to have in their squad.